I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at StockMarketMentor.com on Monday, May 13th. And we're going to look at Priceline again. In our last free chart video, I was looking at this day. The stock closed up at 765. And I noted the obvious, which is a breakout. Now, typically, when a stock moves like this, you know, it's up well above the this resistance line here. Not exactly the greatest time to be going long because you can see the zigzags, very obvious. And when the stock hits here, it's really not usually the time to be buying. May not be the time to sell because we did have some nice upside momentum, but really you got to have your finger on the trigger, because if the pattern repeats itself, then you're going to get a pullback likely to this 50-day moving average. So while it's not necessarily something that you want to buy at this point, if you're particularly, and in fact because you're a short-term trader, but if you've got the stock, you at least want to set a stop just in case the pattern does repeat itself and the stock closes, the stock starts trading lower. But if you go back and look at that video, I was basing my analysis not on this chart because it is overbought. I think the stock has 800 in it, probably on this particular move. But this is the chart that gets me, this weekly chart. Now, today, Priceline closed at a new century high. Last time it's been up at this level, 777. The stock, it was back in like mid-1999 when everybody was partying. It was right when it was released for sale as an IPO, and William Shatner made all kinds of money. But if you look at the stock in this time frame, kind of spread it out a little bit, you can see that this is one big year-long consolidation. I'm looking at 800, and I think that's a very doable price target. Frankly, this is more meaningful to me. The stock, will say, just for mental math here, was down at 550 bucks. We'll say the breakout is at, we'll say, 775. That gives us a $225 difference between the low and 775. You add those two together, and what do you get? You get a technical price target of $1,000, and that is the price target that I'm setting, at least for my personal trading, on Priceline. And I think it's going to take a while. It's not going to get there between here and next Thursday, that's for sure. But over time, and this could take a year, over time, I think Priceline hits $1,000. It's pure technical analysis, low of the range or low of the base, top of the base where we're getting a breakout. Add that difference to the breakout. Again, I'm just saying 775. And isn't it interesting how those two numbers come up to an even $1,000? Thank you, Roman numeral system. This is what works for us. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope you join us on our webinar, which will be at noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time on Wednesday. That's this Wednesday on the 15th. That'll be for members only. So if you haven't signed up for Stock Market Mentor and you want to attend that webinar, then go ahead and do that. You get in as a free trial member, and it costs you nothing. So anyway, hope that helps. I'll see you next time.